Well, I don't know how many of these videos I'm going to make, but this one for sure. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do everything I want to do, say everything I want to say, or what. But I'm just wondering, how many of you out there are angry, like, at the way that America has become? We've got all this political division, all this racial division, and everybody's pointing fingers at everybody. All this hate and all this anger and frustration, and so much of it is unnecessary. For instance, tax reform. Here's a great idea for tax reform that would probably work. What about if we just did an annual, one time, once a year, tax? If you're poor to lower middle class, how about 30% of your income a year? That's great. What if you're upper middle class? Not quite rich, but, doing pretty good. I'd say 35% is all right. What if you're a millionaire? We'll keep it at 35%. Okay, so I think though once after you make $1 million or more a year though, that you should definitely have to pay at least 40% of your annual income. If you get a fucking $100 million a year, okay, what the fuck, bro? And these rich people, they control our government. The taxes were never meant, when they were enacted, to target the lower class or middle class people. They were meant to be taken up by the wealthy of the country in order to support the lower classes. Did you know that taxes were actually supposed to pay for free medical care? Oh yeah. Did you know that taxes was also originally meant to pay for, get this, free school? If we took and made these billionaires pay 45% of their annual income, do you know how much money that would create? Okay. Same with businesses. Lower, mom and pop businesses, 30% of your annual income. That's not a big sum of money. Okay. But you have these multi-million and multi-billion and multi-trillion dollar companies that get free fucking tax breaks for no apparent reason because they make money. While these these less profitable businesses like mom and pop stores and, diners and what have you, whatever, get nothing. They get hit the hardest. Since when is it our duty to support the fucking government? Last I checked, it's for the people, by the people. We don't have to enact it all at once. We can enact it over a 20-year period and start with the ones, at the top that would give the most first and work our way down. If we did this over a 20-year period, we could have free medical care. We could have free schooling. We could rebuild our infrastructure, which is failing and nobody seems to really talk about it at all. Save maybe 2 or 3 minute news segments once in a blue moon. We could make our country a little bit better. My next part, the government. You are pathetic. You are not an American government. You are not for the people, and you are not by the people. You do not deserve to exist. If I could get people to wake up and see how corrupt our government is, how against the people it is, how much they actually divide the people with misinformation, and disinformation. They want us to fight amongst ourselves. They fear us. Why do they fear us? They shouldn't fear us. So instead, it's whites against, they want it this way, and they have made it this way deliberately. They use the media outlets especially these major multi-million and multi-billion dollar media outlets, to spread lies and disinformation and to keep us divided amongst ourselves. So we get to black against white, white against black, Hispanic against white, Hispanic against black, black against Hispanic, white against Hispanic, and we're all divided and fighting amongst ourselves and hating each other. Well, this is the way I see it. We are the American race. Okay, we are not white, we are not black, we are not Hispanic, we are not Chinese, Japanese, Korean, North Korean, whatever. If you are an American citizen, or if you are trying to become an American citizen, or if you love America, you are part of the American race. America used to stand for something great and wonderful. Okay? Honor, integrity, chivalry, justice, true justice, real justice. But not anymore. Because we have allowed our government to take us over. The federal government was never meant to be the major ruling body of America. It was supposed to be in the background, helping when the country needed help. It was never meant to be the ruling body of the entire country. Okay? What its purpose was only and only to protect the land as a whole. But now our government says, oh, everything we do is to protect you. And of course we bite on it. Did you know, and this is a little known fact that hasn't really been talked about much at all. Did you know that Osama bin Laden was part of the CIA? Okay? And he supposedly bombed us. I'm willing to bet that our government had a hand in it. Because it united us against a common enemy, common cause. But then we realized that was a big bullshit lie. And justice was never obtained. What about the 3,000 that lost their lives on 9/11/2001? Where is their justice? What about the hundreds of people that are killed out of hate a day in America? Where is their justice? As a matter of fact, you, as an ordinary citizen, have a responsibility to speak out against tyranny and domestic abuse by our own government. They would rather keep us separated and squabble and bicker amongst themselves like kindergartners instead of actually make real policy and work together and unite the country and fix the country. My children, 8 and 5, have to grow up in this country. If you have children, then you should want better for them. I mean, I'm basically just venting. I've got some great ideas, but I'm basically just venting. I'm just trying to talk sense to the American people. Because clearly the government is not listening and they don't care. Who are we? What are we? Are we Americans who stand up and fight against injustice when it's time? Or are we just pansy pushovers, lazy, ignorant, and fat, who no longer care? I ask you, where has the love gone? Literally, I mean, where has it gone? Because I see every day so much hatred, so much suffering, so much anger, so much frustration. People dying by the hundreds of thousands every year from opioids, heroin, cocaine, pills, methamphetamines. I fear for my country. I fear for my people. I watched so many suffering and dying. I've lost so many people. And I implore you to stand up and fight for what's right, America. You don't have to be violent, but use your words. Use your brain. Just stand up and wake up. Smell the fucking roses and coffee, for God's sakes. Religion is used to spread hatred. The government is used to spread division. Jesus Christ's main message was faith, love, and charity. United States government, the United States in general, was founded to be a beacon of hope to the world. Isn't it time we get back to that? Maybe this isn't a very good video. Maybe I'm just spouting off and it's bullshit. I don't know. But this is how I feel. Surely, I'm not the only one that sees it. I literally lose sleep at the way our country is at night. Like, who are we? What have we become? What have we allowed ourselves to become? Stand up, America, and wake up.